237.6 kilograms with an estimated street of 19 million. The shipment has been presented as ordinary cargo, but subsequent inspection and testing revealed that it contained a large quantity of narcotic substances. From the outset, the magnitude of the seizure, the method of the concealment, the intended international shipping route, and the circumstances surrounding this shipment made it clear
about politics, entertainment,
that this is an ordinary drug case. It raised immediate concerns of serious transnational narcotic trafficking operation that sought to use Liberia's air cargo system as a channel for the movement of dangerous drugs beyond our borders. In response, His Excellency the President immediately called upon the National Security Council, and he elevated this to a joint national security investigation, bringing together other security actors, which were placed under the supervision of the Ministry of Justice. And that investigation involved the collection and review of witness and suspect statement, cargo documentation, screening records, and other evidence relevant to the shipment and the persons connected to it. Let me be clear. From the very outset, this thing didn't require any rocket science. There was no paperwork error. It was not a routine cargo discrepancy. Neither was this an innocent shipment that had gone wrong. We immediately noted that this was a serious transnational cocaine trafficking operation using Liberia's aviation and logistics system as a channel for organized crime. This action prompted us to immediately get together, bringing all state resources together to start to act and elevate this investigation as a national security priority. And today, the Liberia National Police, acting in concert with the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency and our other national security partners, we are prepared to name principal suspects and set out the charges that have been established to date. What do we know at this point? The investigation found that on Friday, June 5th, 6 boxes were prepared for shipment through the cargo system at the Roberts International Airport. The shipment was processed under false description of ordinary goods, declaring it to be Maggie Cube and Lapa. But from the beginning, there were already red flags. Discrepancies in the declared weight of the product, suspicion from the screening images, and conflicting shipment documentation. Because of those discrepancies, the cargo did not leave as planned on June 5th. On Sunday, June 7, 2026, when the boxes were rescanned and physically inspected, a white powdery substance was discovered concealed in them. That substance was immediately turned over to the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. It was subsequently tested and confirmed to be cocaine. But the investigation did not stop at seizure. The Joint Special Investigative Team examined the cargo trail, the airway bill, the communication, the money trail, the digital evidence, the conduct of the individuals involved, and also the actions taken after the cocaine was discovered. The evidence establishes that this consignment was exposed. There were deliberate efforts by operating cells of the cartel to bribe security personnel, retrieve the shipment, and interfere with the seizure. The investigation also found evidence of an earlier shipment which was processed in May of 2026, rather in similar fashion, using the same type of false cargo declaration, similar description, and linked to the same network. This means that June 7 seizure was not a one-off event. It points to a pattern, a system of criminal enterprise based on witness testimonies, documentary records, call logs, digital evidence, forensic findings, and the reconstruction of the cargo chain. The Joint Special Investigative identified the following. Principal suspects are now hereby criminally charged. The below suspects are charged under the amended Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023 and Chapter 10 of the revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia. The investigation finds that Paul King and Global Logistics Service, serving his capacity as manager of GLS, and GLS itself, acting through its operation structures, conspired, accepted, facilitated, stored, and transported 6-box consignment of cocaine through the airport cargo chain. The investigation further finds that GLS, through its responsible management channel, provided substantial assistance to the trafficking scheme, which accordingly, Mr. Paul King and GLS has been charged under Chapter 14, Sections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the amended Drug and Substance Act of 2023, and also Chapter 10, Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia, which is captioned as unlicensed exportation of controlled drug substances, unlicensed transportation and trading in controlled drugs or substances, unlicensed possession of controlled drugs or substances, illicit trafficking in controlled drugs or substances, and criminal conspiracy. The investigation links Michael U.S. Brown, also known as Rahim Ba, to the organization of the shipment, the use of bogus phone companies, the coordination of cargo falsely declared as Maggie and Lapas, and the attempt to recover cocaine after it was seized at the Roberts International Airport. He has been charged in absentia under Section 14, Chapter 14, subsections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the amended Controlled Drugs and Substance Act, and Chapter 10, Section 2 and 3 and 4 of the revised Penal Code of Liberia, captioned the same as the above of Mr. Paul King. Investigation established that Oscar Brown scanned and cleared similar cargo that was shipped, packaged in the same manner, and cleared on the 22nd of May and also made repeated phone calls regarding the June 5th shipment that was seized on the 7th of June at the same Rabat International Airport after the contents had already been discovered and declared as narcotic substances. He has been charged in absentia under Chapter 14, Sections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the Amended Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023, and Chapter 10, Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the Revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia. The captions are the same as per the charges read for Mr. Paul King. The investigation identifies Mr. Emmanuel Ba, a person of interest, who delivered the shipment to the residence 22nd of May and the 5th of June. Mr. Ba has been charged in absentia under Chapter 14, Sections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the Amended Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023, and also Chapter 10, Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the Revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia. Captions are exactly the same as read earlier regarding suspect Paul Jamal King. Suspect Usman Ali, who was identified as the consignee, has also been similarly charged under Chapter 14, Sections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the Amended Controlled Drugs and Substance Act of 2023, and Chapter 10, Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the Revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia. Captions remain the same as per that of suspect Paul Jamal King. All other suspects who are hiding in other countries or otherwise evading the process of law are being pursued through lawful means available to the Republic of Liberia: arrest warrants, international enforcement cooperation, extradition request, and mutual legal assistance mechanisms where applicable. These are all ongoing. The investigation into the May 26th shipment and all related consignments remains very active. This does not bring this investigation near an end. This investigation continues. We are treating this as a network investigation aimed at identifying every participant, financiers, organizers, handlers, couriers, facilitators, insiders, and foreign links. We're working with relevant authorities to immediately review and tighten control vulnerabilities that have been identified, the chain of custody, procedures, screening protocols, and international safeguards at the Rabat International Airport and across its cargo handling facilities as well. To the Liberian people, this case should concern every Liberian because narcotic trafficking is definitely not a victimless crime. There's almost absolutely no one in this room or anyone watching who is not or has not been a direct victim. It corrodes institutions, it finances organized crimes, it corrupts public systems, it destroys the lives of our community. It ultimately damages the future of this country. It places the image of this country, its international reputation, at risk. Liberia cannot and will not be a safe transit point for any transnational criminal organization. Will not allow criminal networks to hide behind company names, force airway bill, airport access, political connections, or cash inducements. Will not permit public institutions to bend to the service of traffickers. This is the commitment of this joint special investigative team that we would. Let me also state for the record that while these suspects are named and charged, the others being pursued, every accused person remains innocent until proven guilty. And that has to be done by the court of competent jurisdiction. Our duty as law enforcement officers is to investigate thoroughly, and that we have done. We are also required to do what? Charge lawfully. We have also done that. And we will continue to do that. To those who are out there, you know yourselves. You smell the rat. It's stinking. It's coming. We'll not spare you. This country has been through a lot. The culture of impunity has been the bedrock that facilitates all of the challenges that we face. It has been one of the key reasons why people have been comfortable to commit crime. His Excellency the President made it very clear that the culture of impunity must end under his leadership. As the Inspector General of Police, I understand, and it will be executed. We will start from the list of crimes, from violations on the road to transnational criminal organizations. Let me put a final word into the traffickers, the facilitators, the fixers, the corrupt enablers who I know you're watching. And you'll watch carefully, you'll listen very, very carefully. Liberia is closed for drug traffickers. closed. Our airport is now a corridor. Our institutions, they're not for sale. You can find a few corrupt actors, but we'll find them and we'll warn them. Our officers are not your brokers. You're not. The exploitation of vulnerabilities must stop. And anyone who mistakes this republic for a safe passageway for illicit trafficking will meet with an investigation, will be arrested, prosecuted, and face the full weight of the law. This investigation will continue. The network will be pursued, and this case will definitely not be buried. It is not over. It has just started. This network will be dismantled. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Inspector General. It is now time that we take questions from members of the media. I urge you to remain within the scope of the presentation of the Inspector General. Yeah.
Thank you. My name is Mano Mufunji. Thank you so much for the liberation. Even though we can get this point, of course, the librarian.
I gave a promise to the Liberian people that I have fulfilled. My promise was before the week ends. I did not put out any time to say journalists gather here at this time for press conference. I'm sorry you stay long. This thing, Dana pushing sour tested that criminal investigation here is critical. So I beg you, I humbly apologize for the length of time that you all stayed here. I'm very, very sorry. But hey, my brother, before you charge people like they any kind of critical case, you won't be fair. So you're sorry, huh? I beg you, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So the name Michael Brown, his record is clear. Since 2004, he controversially left the prison. Again, on the same issue, the name being serviced in this case is not too strange to the librarian people, but he's on the run. But the question that librarian people asking, say his name is in service and he been on the run. What is the assurance you can give Liberian that Michael will be back in Liberia and so that he will be sent to court? And just to that, quickly, sorry, you talk about international, national, non-national crime. And then Michael is not in Liberia, but we didn't hear any other name for Michael. So do you care to mention or do we have any other person attached to the crime with the session Michael?
You're in a room?
Yeah, maybe you can emphasize.
Well, I did name names of all of the people I named. When you hear me say charge in absentia, that means they're on the run, they're not in custody. It means probably they didn't willingly come, they didn't cooperate, or they're running. The assurances that I can give you that as I speak to you, there are ongoing operations to make sure that each and every one named here will be arrested. We will use every means available to us. Once they're presented before the court, we will issue the requisite notices in the appropriate spaces to ensure international law enforcement cooperation for arrest and subsequent return to Liberia to face the law. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, and Nelson, for that. A lot of people may be concerned, the suspects. Where?
Well, Nelson, when I listed them, when you didn't hear me say in absentia after the name, that means a person here. So all the name I say in absentia, in absentia, in absentia, all the people stay on the run. Listen, you all have to understand that this is not bread and beans investigation. This is a complex transnational criminal investigation. It transcends borders. It requires international cooperation. And you cannot control the time of other partners as to how fast they will respond to your request. They got their own priorities as well. But we're working with them and we're hoping that we will be able to arrest these criminals. But this is not going to stop the court proceeding. They will be charged. Some of them will be tried in absentia as well.
DNUs.
So, thank you, Mr. Kaji. I'm the large impact and report for Venus Liberia.
Thank you,
Even though
man.
you seem more relaxed on this despite public pressure,
Mhm.
I'm concerned about public Liberians saying that there are some big hands. Reported the big hands are involved in those investigating some 2 million case. You appearing at the Senate there the other day accused by the county senators.
And I want to make sure
So
I clarify it.
Can you guarantee, because I'm listening saying that people might be connected to influencers, politicians, and the cartel might be connected. Can you get that an assurance that the investigation is impartial, is independent, that there is no big ends in this investigation?
But when the investigation is impartial and independent, that's when it is most credible. And if any hands, big or small, in it, they will be exposed. One thing, look, I got nothing to call for anybody. I got my own career, I got my family. The first thing I explained to my officers right in the room yesterday, as a human being, your first responsibility is to your family. We were the last set of children that they told when you get out there, when they ask you who you partner, who you money, you got to protect it. You got to whip you right there in the street for that name here first. So for some of us, we got something to protect. We're not coming here to public space and lose our integrity. I got nobody here to protect. The man who got the right to hire and fire me, he reminded me this morning. He said, as president, I got nobody to protect in this country. The investigation must have absolutely no.
To pursue this matter. Throughout the statement you read, you did not mention a single country. You talk about transnational crime. Can you kindly tell Liberian people, any of these countries, people who are very involved in this thing came from, and what effort are you making to be in contact with those authorities?
Well, I can tell you what countries they came from. I can tell you that we're working with international partners at different levels where this crime connects. We know the shipment route. It was intended for the UK. We've made requests to the UK government. It went through Brussels. We've asked American counterparts. We've asked the Dutch. So we're working with multiple countries on this particular investigation. The American counterparts have been extremely helpful. The UK counterparts have responded, and definitely we will get some support from them as well. So we are ongoing.
EFDC from there for like.
Good evening,
I'll
Mr.
take 2 more
IG.
questions.
Good evening, Mr. IG. My name is Christopher Bestman.
Mr. Bestman, good evening, sir.
I'm going from Identify, and I report for the Liberia National Police. There have been many concerns from Liberians about individuals within the joint security as it relates to sensitive information being leaked to the Liberian media.
Yeah.
What does the incident say in terms of discipline? And you as a head of the joint security on this 19.2 million drug seizure we're talking about, what further prevention are you intend to, or do you intend to employ for future investigation involving drugs in our country?
So, I mean, this raised a lot of concern for us. We have officers, investigators who have been interdicted and are undergoing investigations right now. This has prompted the need for re-vetting of all of our criminal investigators to recertify them at different compartmentation levels. So we are concerned about it. It's a serious problem. Yes, indeed, there are cracks within the system, but the investigation has identified some of those actors, and we're just giving them a due process. They're being investigated. Thank you. Sir, good evening.
Others are concerned about the continuing online of the investigation, working for the releasing of the airport CCTV footage, posted on social media present. One is that CCTV footage authentic? If yes, what does it say to the national security? Lastly, are you under pressure to release suspect of this Indian hospital?
Well, I'll take question number 2 first. No amount of pressure will maybe name the suspect 1 day before the time that we are agreed to name them. This investigation, that people got different intentions in the country, you got to understand. Some people, it's not about patriotism. Some people, it's about political actions. This particular stuff, instead of us looking at it and treating it as the national security priority, collectively, people are looking at it as a means of pushing law enforcement to get out there, put a bogus case so that it can feel like the last case. And we're not here to make that kind of error just because of political pressure. So no, I mean, no amount of pressure would have made us to do that. And the other question, the airport CCTV camera. Like I mentioned earlier, the investigation is ongoing. It's not just our officers, it's about the entire system. I cannot verify that every last video you see out there is authentic. Some of them have similar characteristics of what we have watched ourselves, but once it gets out in the crowd, it can be easily manipulated. So I cannot substantiate that it's 100% original, but some of the images
Yeah, man. Welcome to Crime Time. government is too corrupt. Joseph Boakai is too corrupt. I will talk it, I will.
Breakdown. We will not move in a more. I spent almost 150 US. The chairman go 800,000. I'm not a US dollar. So 4 times. So he's actually a play our man.
So you think that money can do anything?
But now listen, I agree. But if the people say the government doesn't know about this thing, I'm going to believe it. The police are in the day on Saturday. They are not working on a Saturday. They're working the government. I saw police here.
So the government was aware.
The government know this. Priesthood all know this. Social workers know this.
Are you going to reconsider the appeal? They are appealing to the government now to reconsider them, but because
reconsider who?
The occupants.
The army is entitled to decent livelihood that they have placed. God is not making new land. That place is for the army.
Okay.
And the army is going there to take it back.
Okay.
So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr.
Natural resources. That's what the waste we can reinvest. That's what we reduce the corruption.
Will you reduce your salary?
I would donate wherever the salary is for the president. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's public. But whatever it is, I will make it public and I would donate it to some charity.
You will not take a salary?
I will not take a salary.
Cummins, you on record?
I'm on record. I've been on record.
You will not take your salary as president?
I will not take my salary as president of Liberia. I will make it public where that salary is, and I will make it public where I was going to donate it to. I like education and STEM education, science, technology, engineering. I might allocate it to improve STEM or something. I don't know what it is, but I will not take a salary. We'll allocate it.
Anyway.
And that doesn't mean other people shouldn't take their salary because I've been blessed. So I'm not doing this for the money or whatever else. Other people need their salary, so I don't suggest that because I'm not taking mine.
You hear the president of Liberia say, when you go in, making progress, and you see the dogs are barking at you, whoop, 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 all over the place. If you start to be taking stones and just throwing at the dogs, right? You're not going nowhere. I agree with the president, but I will add to what the president said. When you decide not to take stones to throw it at those dogs, and you are going, and one of those dogs build courage, right? To come close to you and want to bite you. You can't take stone at that point and bend down to join the dog. The dog will bite you, not so? You know what you do? You give it a very strong kick that the dog that wanted to bite you.
This city is filthy.
The city is filthy.
It's dirty. I drive through it from time to time and I'm ashamed. And frankly, more and more we are inviting international bodies to have meetings here, to join us in our national effort for the improvement of our country. And when they drive through our cities, they must leave from here and say so much terrible things about them. If the mayor were acting properly, instead of putting posters all over the country, you can't even see anything for all these big posters. We need to do something about cleaning the city. But it does more than just creating part-time jobs for them. It has to do with also responsibility of citizens. You can't just throw. Look, everybody will remember that in 2010, I signed something that says the independence of freedom of speech. Now, yes, freedom of speech carries with it certain responsibility of being able to protect the rights of others. But I don't think that one should be overly disturbed if people say things that are not really, pleasure to individuals, particularly to leaders. And I certainly do not think it would be a reason for anyone to bear penalties, for freedom of speech. So I believe that in this particular case, there'll be many other ways to curb those who might get involved in sensational discussion, sensational expressions of other people. There are other ways to curb that. Yeah, but one should also observe that one has a right to say things in our country, or in any country. That's what
These guys have requested for backup because the number that is here cannot confront the crowd. So most soldiers are coming. These are the Guinean armed men, fully armed. They are now coming. Hey! These guys are coming. These guys are coming. These guys are coming. These guys are fully armed. Why no security inside on ground, no police, no immigration. These guys are stealing them. These guys are coming. Backup has entered. They are driving the Liberians away. These guys have requested for backup. These guys have requested for backup. These guys have requested for backup. More securities are coming. More armed men. More armed men from Guinea are coming to drive the crowd away from the Liberian land. These people receive food, but there was no chance for them to eat, so they requested for backup so that they can be able to guide them while they will be eating. And there's these guys requested for backup. More number of securities, more number of armed men, from Guinea more number. Tension is about to keep. Fight is about to keep. As you can see. It is not easy. These guys want to eat, but the Liberians are not giving them the chance. While we are waiting for the securities, according to Romans, the Liberian armed forces are currently in Foya. 2 helicopter landings. This guy want to use his RPD. They want to use his RPD. It is not just easy. It is not just easy. It is not just easy. More number of security personnel are coming. More number. More number. More number. More number. More number. More number of securities. More number of securities. 2 flags are up. One is claiming that the Guineans are saying that they own this place. That is their model.
You want me to go steal? Nothing, you can't do shit. You can't do shit.
I want to say to you all that you did what any patriotic citizen would have done yesterday. In the absence of national security, you were concerned about the integrity of your country. This is your country. This is the only country from which you cannot be deported. So it's like somebody in your house and try to force you out, you will use all your might. Is that correct? Yes. Because this is your home. So all you did yesterday was to say, you know what? Until the national security can come, I'm going to stand my ground because I'm in charge here. This is my home. Yes. But I beg you, we're here now. Yes. And the reason why they pay order to protect the border. Yes. And the reason why they pay order to make sure that you all are safe. Yes. We're here now. Yes. So please, don't give us the cooperation. You can be having issue with your neighbor and you be having issue with your father. Yeah. We are your fathers, right? Yes. We are the head of the country. Yes. And this is the country for which you stood up for yesterday. Yes. And the reason you stood up for yesterday was because you didn't feel protected. You felt like nobody stood up for you. Government has been very much concerned.
Messages of encouragement and solidarity reaffirm Liberia's standing in the community of nations and strengthen our collective resolve to pursue diplomacy and dialogue. Let me be
For a better future, support the Sakuni.
Messages of encouragement and solidarity reaffirm Liberia's standing in the community of nations and strengthen our collective resolve to pursue diplomacy and dialogue. Let me be clear to every Liberian. Our pursuit of peaceful resolution is not a sign of weakness, but rather a demonstration of strength. It is easier to fight, break down, and destroy. As our own journey has taught us, it is more difficult to recover and build.
Issues for years, they came up again on the agenda. What is your message to the President of Guinea and the Presidents of the region about those tensions today?
Fortunately, the President of Guinea and myself have been sharing citizen this morning, and we've been speaking very well. In fact, the first question he asked me, how is the border situation? And I told him things are getting under control. I think the President of Guinea is beginning to know that we are good neighbors, we are family people, and I think his thinking is changing. So
the worst is behind us?
I would believe so, but we have to work at it because tension don't just disappear in a day, but we are doing everything to show him that we are good neighbors. We've been working together for years, and we can continue to do that.
So you trust Mamadi Doumbouya?
Mamadi Doumbouya and I talked today, and I called him my nephew, and I said, today I'll be seeing him. And he said, the doors are open.
Joseph Boakai, I want to thank you very much for being our guest.
Welcome to all of you. It's good to meet, young Liberians. You all represent the future of our country. We came here to attend the Africa CEO Forum. So it's a forum of many CEOs from around the continent. I'm glad that all of you are in school, some of you are finishing. We want to create the right environment in Liberia so that, one, we can improve our schools, so you don't necessarily have to leave to come to school. It's not a bad thing to come to another country to go to school. It's a good thing. But I wish we had the quality of institutions that they have here so that you don't have to do that. And most importantly, I wish the economy in Liberia was doing well, so you have jobs to go to.
And some of them feel they feel afraid. When they make you president, the usual thing will not be done. Yeah, the usual thing will not be done. The rightful thing will be done always. So they feel like if we make Mr. Coleman president, our hand will be out of the, like the cookie jar. Will not be able to export the Liberia, will not be able to export our resources. Liberia is rich when it comes to resources. If you just take the resources that are in Liberia and bring it to this country, Mr. Coleman, the country will be far ahead of other European countries. I don't want to lie to you. Yeah, we have to use the resources that can be able to build our country. But our people sometimes they just misuse it, they just mismanage it for their family, and then they just reach themselves and then they just sit down. Sometimes we youth a baffles or sometimes like some that can't even say, well, why Liberia can be like this country? Why?
These people consist of students and professionals. Where I attended a diaspora return conference in Liberia, I had the opportunity to have met you. You took me as a child, as a son, and I want to appreciate you for the care. Also, during our communication, our conversation, you did promise the Liberian community of Rwanda financial support for our sports tournament, and you did fulfill your promise. I'd like to appreciate you. When we took power as a leadership, we promised the community that we not the community do sports activities. So now, as we speak, we have almost 6 to 7 chapters within the Liberian community in Rwanda, and our chapter tournament is ongoing currently through your financial help. We want to appreciate you. And come Sunday will be our final games. So we appreciate you, and we hope the relationship continues. So thank you very much, and that God keep blessing.
Well, let me first of all say it's great to be back in Kigali after so very long. And it's wonderful to see how the country has developed over the many years since I've been here. But this Africa CEO Forum, the theme is about scaling, how Africa and Africans can work together to scale their businesses. And I think Liberia can learn 2 lessons. One, within the context of Liberia, we need to work together so we can scale within Liberia. And so that means working together as a people, businesses working together, government being supportive of the businesses and business environment and investing in businesses. So again, we can get scale, we can make our businesses bigger, they can have impact. The second way I think Liberia can benefit is by collaborating with other countries. So within the Mana River Union, for example, or within ECOWAS, for example, because then it expands the markets where Liberians can sell products that we produce, that we manufacture. So the concept of scaling, which is the theme of this forum, is something that can directly apply to our country. Scale within Liberia and scale across the sub-region and indeed across the continent.
Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.